Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. Today, we discuss what I can only describe as an underrated model line that was launched back in 2010. This is the Patek Philippe 5205R-001 annual calendar. And if you've only seen photos from this angle online, you're probably underestimating this watch. In rose gold here, 40 millimeters in diameter, only 11.6 millimeters thick, beautiful evacuated concave lugs spanning 49.5 across the wrist, that's 49.5 millimeters, and then a 20 millimeter spacing in between the lugs. We'll do we will do not a loom shot, but a wrist shot here, and get a sense of it on my wrist. The only outstanding dimension here is really going to be the lug-to-lug, where Patek used the relatively compact case to extend the lugs out and use some of that extra space it bought itself to give them a beautiful arcing form. So I'm actually going to say that 16 centimeters circumference, my wrist, is probably the smallest wrist to wear with this watch, and that's just down to the broad arcing lugs that have a lot of presence. You can see in profile it is flat, and with a concave bezel it'll easily slide underneath the cuff. Here's your over the top. The strap is high grade. We have medium rectangular scale alligator leather, semi-gloss, medium brown. We have a folded edge monotone stitch, calfskin on the bottom, no crimping, no gouging. This is a brand new Patek factory strap. It has Patek's pull tab spring bars, so you can pop the strap off the case without tools, and a simple spade style Patek Philippe rose gold pin buckle. This is where the watch really comes alive. The concave bezel profile and then the hollow and evacuated lugs that give it so much grace and lighten it in ways that are not self-evident if you're just looking at it online like this. It really does have a great deal of complexity to it, and that complexity is both beautiful and endearing. It's hard not to like this watch. The dial is a sector style, but unusually the sectors are all defined by metal elements. We have these concentric engravings in the dial that are polished, and then we have a dimple-style minutes track outboard, and then the sectors are actually defined by these overlapping faceted polished rose gold hour indices. We have faceted Dauphine hands at center with a lancet-style seconds hand. We have a 24-hour indicator at the bottom that lets you know, for example, whether you're looking at 4 p.m. or 4 a.m. And you can see, of course, the hand is pointing towards 1600, so that is 4 p.m. We also have a frame for the date up at the top in gold with a double index just above that, a Moonphase coaxial with the 24-hour indicator, and it's an American-style calendar. So we have the day, the date, and the month in that order. It's an annual calendar, which means that you only need to make one correction each year during the jump from February to March. All the other months, it is automatic. And of course, Patek invented the annual calendar back in 1996 on the 5035. That was their invention. The dial is a sort of soft, non-directional metallic, silver white, but it doesn't have a bright brushed sunburst type of texture to it. It's more of what they would call opaline. We have an azurage or concentric pattern down in the 24-hour window with the crescent style Moonphase. 30 meters water resistant, so I recommend you not take it swimming. On the back, you can see a variant of caliber 324. Unidirectional automatic winding with ceramic bearings for higher efficiency. That unidirectional winder and ceramic bearings energizing a 45-hour power reserve. It's got a 4 hertz beat rate. All of this pivots, as you can see, on 34 joules. It is a free-sprung Gyromax style balance that makes for both better shock resistance and more precise adjustment, and it uses Patek Philippe's anti-magnetic silicon Spiromax hairspring. 6 positions of adjustment is superior. Remember, a chronometer is only 5, so this gives you 6. Patek uses a combination of mechanical and manual finishing, but in terms of the manual aspect, Patek does a better job of selling that facet than most of its competitors. So this movement is still genuinely beautiful and well detailed. Even when you get very close with a loop, you will not be disappointed. And in the period when these watches were being made, the one I hold in my hand, Patek was speaking of an accuracy of no worse than -3 + 2 seconds per 24 hours, so also better than COSC standards. It does not feature hacking seconds, but most folks know that these center second caliber 324s can be stalled just by providing a little bit of back pressure. timer, and that'll allow you to synchronize to the second if you would like to do so. So reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.